Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the devil is busy this morning. Oh my God, he got so triggered. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, you see that they tried to take Zeus out, and you see we're back in business, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was an interesting one. All right, come on back in here. Hey. Wow. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Let's go. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing and when you play the game. Well, you know what we'll do? I'll send them to hell anyway, right? We're gonna have to send them straight to the lake of fire. Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Wow, that was incredible, right? Let's get into spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. That was incredible right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm chasing my purpose in this. Wow, as soon as we were rocking, we were rolling. Oh my gosh, we were rocking and we were rolling, and then next thing you know, they said, Zeus, we looked at what you were doing and keep up the great work. All right, so let's get back to what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I did acknowledge that there was a Trump supporter out there, and he was definitely in his feelings. The question was about that situation where there was an attempt on his life, and we're gonna put a pin in that and leave it where it's at. All right, we all know what happened that day. We don't need to go into detail. We all know what happened that day. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and have an honest conversation with Big Zeus about what's going on with in the world of politics. All right. Oh my God, I can't even hold on. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, let's see, what do we got here? We got to do the little 1-2 trick thing. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see, who do we have right here? Let's see. No, Trump 2024. Please. Don't do the whole Trump 2024 thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. No Trump 2024. Please. Don't do the whole Trump 2024 thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. No Trump 2024. Please. Don't do the whole Trump 2024 thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Yeah, do we have access back? All right, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see who's in the box. Okay. I do see it. All right, I do see you, Q Dog. All right, what's going on, Q Dog? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Doc. How you doing?
What's going on? All right, there we go. All right. I see you out there. Yeah, they tried to report to God, but we're back.
Yeah, they come up in here with that craziness and then get you shut down.
Yeah. Don't worry though. Don't worry. We're gonna take care of business. All right.
But we gonna start on a good note
What's that?
on Monday. Well, I got a chance to do my early voting on Saturday morning, and VP Harris was here in Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday.
I saw that. I saw that.
Man, it was off the chain, brother.
Let's go. Early voting. Make sure you get out there and vote, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, definitely.
Early voting in Texas as well. All right, Southern Delight. Thank you. All right, well.
Usher came out, and did his thing on stage after he had his concert on Thursday and Friday night. And we had a great time out there.
Nice.
It was a sea of people. The only thing at the end, boy, that traffic afterwards.
I know, right? That traffic is something else, but it's for a good cause this time around. You know what I mean? And so hopefully the results come back the way we've been. Actually, I've been following the polls. Kamala's doing better than I expected, to be quite honest. So let's keep up the momentum and get her into the White House. All right.
Definitely.
All right, now I'm gonna have to bring you back up, brother. All right, but listen,
I'm here.
you know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Q Dog a round of applause. No lies detected. Let's go. So the box is back in business, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, what we want to do is have honest conversations with people from all over the country, but especially the Trump supporters who are still hell bent on worshiping Donald Trump, despite the fact that they know this man is a national security risk in the worst of the worst way. All right. So if you are a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald Trump is the best thing for this country, please put a one in the chat so Zeus can talk to you. Because yesterday, I don't know if you all saw this. He went to McDonald's. Did you all see him go to McDonald's yesterday? Did you all see him go to McDonald's and pretty much show the world what he'll be doing the rest of his life after November? Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. We got a MAGA demon. I saw him put on that apron. I saw him put on get and drive through and work the fries, and I said, this is going to end very, very quick. He's not going to last. And he didn't. He couldn't even flip burgers. And this is the guy you think should be commander in chief? Absolutely not. All right. Let's see. What do I want to say? Okay. Yeah, I know what I wanted to say. I know there's Trump supporters itching to get up here and talk to Zeus. Wait a second. Hold on, MAGA. You want to talk to Big Zeus? Oh, you can't. You don't have enough followers. Fine. You don't have to talk to Zeus right now. I'll just continue to flood the BS. He worked 8 hours. Yeah, some people say he did. So I want to do a little bit of they got a split screen of the difference between Donald Trump and Kamala this week. And let's get this on the record in the kingdom, if you don't mind. Yeah. All right, let's get this on the record.
In terms of the parable of the good, we know in terms of the parable of the Good Samaritan that we have learned and should live a life where in the face of a stranger, we see a neighbor.
Thank you.
But that's not what we see on the other side of this equation in this election. It is constantly about berating people and belittling people and name calling.
Thank you.
So you have to tell Kamala Harris that you've had enough, that you just can't take it anymore. We can't stand you. You're a vice president.
Pastor, I have to say, there is so much at stake right now. And when we think about how we have learned and have understood and lived the knowledge that ours is a loving God.
Amen.
And that we understand that for us to do good works,
Amen.
It means to do it in the spirit of understanding.
Amen.
That our strength is not based on who we beat down, as some would try and suggest. Our strength is based on who we lift up.
Amen.
And that spirit is very much at stake in these next 16 days.
Amen.
Arnold Palmer was all man. And I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God.
Wow. Thomas, good morning. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir, I am.
What part of the country are you in, if you don't mind? Virginia. Well, you're outnumbered out there, so I don't know what else to say. But shout out to the beautiful state of Virginia. That's fine. What year did you decide to join the movement, or as I like to call it, the cult?
Well, I've been liking a lot of things that he has done in the past.
Give me an example.
Well, he was working basically for lowering prices and stuff like that. He was doing that. He was
How?
That was what his driving force was, and he did accomplish that.
How did he lower the prices? Give me, like, what industry?
Do you not see how he lowered everything where you got more in your check and everything else?
No. Because from what I remember, if I went back 4 years ago, I remember this country was in shambles. Unemployment was pretty much going through the roof.
No, you're misconstruing
We had
the COVID.
Huh?
Leave the COVID out of it because the COVID is something that.
But we have to put it under. We have to put it under a president. There was a president in the country that we had. Which president does it fall under?
No, it doesn't fall under any president. That was
if you had
a global thing. It wasn't because of one man.
I didn't say it was because of him, because I acknowledge that it's a global thing. But I also acknowledge that Barack Obama had a pandemic response playbook, and Trump disregarded it.
I actually voted for Obama.
Well, what changed?
The running mates. I did not like I did not at all like Hillary Clinton, Mrs. I'm just like her husband. They want to sit there and talk all this stuff in the Oval Office while he was talking to an executive leader. Got a blowjob from Monica
Oh,
Lewinsky.
you know why that's, you know why? Because every character flaw that you bring up about anybody else, I can think of so many other examples of things
Oh,
Trump.
I know, but that's the
So,
nitpicking stuff they're doing to Trump right now.
but okay, but do you understand why this is very
What about
complicated?
Benghazi on Hillary Clinton?
Wait
What
a
about
minute.
her,
Wait a
her
minute.
emails?
But Hillary's not running. There's only two
I
candidates.
understand. You asked why. You
Okay,
asked why. I'm giving you reasons why.
but Thomas, listen, and I think you're an upstanding citizen of this country. I really do think you care
Well,
about
I go
country.
both ways as far as I don't have a political stance
But
to say I'm just a Republican. I do what's better I feel for the country. That's how I vote.
like country over party.
Correct.
Okay, now you know who else is country over party? Liz Cheney. If you don't mind me, could you listen to this thing Liz said to me, and then I wanted to pick your brain about it.
And in this country, under our Constitution, our president has a particular solemn obligation to ensure and guarantee the peaceful transfer of power. Since the beginning of the Republic, every president in our history has fulfilled that duty.
Right.
Every president
You're,
until
you're,
Donald Trump.
you notice your.
When
You
Donald
notice your.
Trump woke
Go
up
ahead.
on the morning of January 6, 2021, his intention, despite having lost the election, was that he would remain president. Rather than accept his loss and concede defeat, he had spent months overseeing a multi-part plan to attempt to seize power and remain in office. He ignored the rulings of the courts. He corruptly pressured state legislatures, including here in Wisconsin, to overturn the results of their elections. He told the Justice Department to lie for him. He conspired to have fake electoral votes cast, and he corruptly pressured his vice president to take illegal and unconstitutional actions. He summoned a mob to Washington, D.C. with his lies, and he sent the armed mob to the United States Capitol in an effort to stop the counting of electoral votes. As
Are
the
you
violent
done?
mob attacked
It's
our
almost it's
Capitol
almost over, if you
It
don't
goes
mind.
both
in Donald
ways.
Trump's name, as they brutally beat law
It's cherry
enforcement
picking.
officers, as they hunted the vice president
Alleged is
and the
not
Speaker of
guilty.
the House,
It's almost over.
Donald
Just
Trump
30 more seconds.
watched the attack on television for hours, for hours. Sitting in the dining room next to the Oval Office, he refused repeated pleas from his family, from his closest advisors, from the most senior officials in his campaign and in our government to tell the mob to leave. And when Donald Trump finally did speak publicly after hours of violence, after the Capitol had been invaded,
airspace. This
he
is
praised the
totally,
rioters.
this is
He
totally
did not
one-sided
condemn them.
bias.
Okay,
That
but I stopped it because I understand that.
A lot of that was
But
alleged. A lot of that was not a guilty thing. That was what people feel happened. It wasn't he was guilty. What I'm saying is you're sitting there you're just throwing things out there, but there's so much other stuff that has happened. What about Hillary Clinton that goes on national TV? Listen, representing your party as far as talking and stuff, and just says Donald Trump.
but sir, but
No,
sir,
listen, hey, you can't let me finish, woman. I'll let you finish that whole spill. Just let me finish.
it was
this.
Liz Cheney. My only reason was because
You
she's
don't even know what I'm saying. You
she's
don't even know what I'm
country
saying.
over party like you
No,
though.
that's not what I'm talking. You gotta let me finish.
So
it
no
first.
country over party anymore. Got it.
No. I'm just bringing something up that you're not letting me finish. I'm saying
Okay.
that she went on there and stated on national TV, and you can actually pull it up. It's there that he's a threat to our nation.
Who
our
said that?
security. That was Hillary Clinton. She went
She
on
said
national
Trump
TV.
is?
Yes, and the next day he had a fucking
Wait, keep it
bullet
clean.
that-
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. We
Okay, I'm
don't.
sorry.
Yeah.
He had an assassination attempt the next day. You know what your party was doing that same day? saying it was staged and stuff. Like, you took a bullet for our country.
Oh, okay. We just got in trouble for this conversation, Tom. All right, we can't put out misinformation. We can't put out
So you can't put out the truth.
what you're saying.
Misinformation.
What you're saying for some reason comes up as misinformation. So I would rather just put a pin in that discussion. All right, but between you and I, though, Tom, you and I know what really happened. You and I know what really happened. Let's not even play games. The thing that I say about that, and then I want to get back to this country over party, is wouldn't you agree that for some strange reason, it's always his supporters that seem to get the short end of the stick because of his lies and his rhetoric?
You know what's funny? You're
not answering my question.
Oh, go ahead. Answer.
Right.
Ask a question.
Okay. Did you hear the question I just asked you?
No, I was talking about something else. But
okay, I said because I want to get back to country over party, but we're now over here. I just wanted to make sure you're aware from the way that I see it, right? If you're talking January 6th, Ashley Babbitt, right? She lost her life, right? And there's like 1,400 or so people in prison. These are supporters of his. They're the ones that are harmed. If you look at like the pandemic, right? And in terms of who's getting the vaccine and who's not, and who's losing their life as a result of not being vaccinated, it's the Trump supporters. Good example, Herman Cain. You know who he is. He lost his life at a super spreader event. Another example, even the thing that happened in Butler. Who lost their life? Trump supporters, right? Then you had this thing in Coachella a couple of weeks ago.
You're saying one thing now, so you're going on and on and making a story.
Well, isn't it obvious that it's always his supporters who get the short end of the stick? That was what I would
look at it. You can look at it both ways. All I'm sitting there saying is more than 50% of the Americans that agree with me in this United States that we need something different than power than what we have currently. And they will not vote for Harris no matter how many things you put out there. They will vote for Trump. It's a fact right now. If the vote happened right now, they lose.
The vote's happening now.
Y'all are running scared. That's why you're having all this stuff you're doing now and everything else. And Trump, instead of doing all that, is making jokes saying, I'm going to go work at McDonald's and doing all this stuff. It's a funny meme because it's funny how y'all are panicking and it's going to happen. Trump's got this election. And unless y'all find some way to change that, which won't happen, the American people are going to vote for Trump.
But okay, so I hear you. You believe the American people are going to vote for Donald Trump and that Kamala Harris is losing. I hear you.
Yes, she is. Did you see her interviews? Do you see how they can't do interviews with her? Her own party was telling her to stop talking. They actually got that on the video. You can sit there and look it up. Where there was 4 people on her party saying stop talking.
No.
And they showed that.
Tom,
she can't talk too long. Unless she's got a teleprompter, she cannot speak.
Thomas, come on now. Let's be honest, man. I just sent you a video camera request. Are you really believing that? Could you turn your camera on? I need to see if you really.
I'm on a work phone. I prefer not to be.
Okay. Because sometimes when people,
it's just I don't want them to link that to me talking on their phone.
Okay. But so obviously you're not.
I have nothing to hide.
You're not trying to put an address on it. You don't want to basically put a face to these lies. I get it.
No,
now,
it's not a lie. You're asking my opinion. I'm telling you also.
But
what's out there right currently, they have polls for this. They have said y'all are losing at the moment.
Tom. Now I have to ask: is it me or is it a pattern going on in the cult that you're in? When we show you who your daddy is, when we show you who your daddy is,
it's my constitutional right to have how I feel.
But you can feel however you want to feel. I don't have a problem with that.
I'm going to vote how I feel.
But how come when I gave you those examples and I said who's hurt the most by Donald Trump's rhetoric, you never addressed it? I just want answers, Tom. Every time I ask a question, we're talking about Hillary Clinton.
No.
We're talking about Hunter Biden.
About your topics, I'm talking about
because the people
this conversation. No, the people want.
People listen, Tom. Your fans, Tom. Tom,
Trump.
your fans here, they want you to answer the tough question. So
No, it's not a tough question. You ask the same questions over and over again. All I'm sitting there telling you is how I feel and how the American people feel. And no matter what you say or what you do is going to change that. You better accept.
I don't think I'm going to
how many more
change.
days?
I don't think I'm
15
going to
or so
change.
days?
Tom,
Guess what? You're
Tom.
going to lose the election and then you're going to be crying.
Tom, do you
What's
really
the
think,
crime?
Tom, do you think I really believe I can change you? I don't think that. I'm just trying to get some
You're
real.
not going to change anybody.
But can
you
I get
asked
these
me why
answers?
I know you're turning this into your personal view. You asked me my view.
Yeah, because
I'm
you
not
brought
gonna
up.
play that. I'm
Do
not
I have to
gonna
play another audio? Do I have to play another audio, Tom? I mean,
I'm
seriously,
not
I just.
playing hypothetical questions. with you.
I am asking you to place country over party. You got up here and you lied. You said you were an independent, and
What
I
I'm
said
talking
and
about-
you said that you
No,
placed country
no,
over
you're
no,
going in a different-
and then you said you placed country over party. I didn't want to mute you, but you're not breathing. You're just you're just venting, and I don't want you to pass out in that box. All right, I'm asking you, are you still country over party? Yes or no, Tom? I don't need this conspiracy theories. All right, now let's try this again, bro. Are you really country over party?
Hey, you can mute me all you want.
Are you country over party?
I already told you, and I'm trying to give you a reason why, but you won't stop talking.
No, because first of all, it's my show. I have to
Well,
do my
don't ask
job.
questions you don't want the truth.
Okay, okay. So just limit the questions answer the questions yes or no. We don't need to go down your elaborate QAnon conspiracy.
I'm explaining what I like about Trump, but you keep getting off of that.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Tom. Let's just get straight. You just made it to level 2. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about this?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Now, what did that mean to you?
It's called a joke, something that y'all Democrats can't handle.
So it's acceptable what he did.
No, it was a joke made out of context, and they're throwing it out there like that's what he said. How about Biden sitting there?
Wait. Okay, Tom. How about this one? How about this one, Tom?
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Unmute, Tom. Unmute, Tom. What is that?
Yeah, you don't want to talk about Biden.
That's
kissing
a.
little girl
Is that a joke,
there.
Tom?
Her out.
Tom, was that a
You
joke?
don't want to talk about that.
Tom, was that a joke?
You're listening to what I'm saying? He did on national TV.
Did you hear that? Did you want me to play it again for you?
Out. Did you look that one up?
I'm disappointed in you, Tom.
Oh, I could play that video for you, but I don't know how to send it to you.
You won't answer the tough questions.
You
But
won't
then-
talk
but then-
about
but
what's
then
wrong
you-
with your
but-
own party.
But then you'll get out here and berate and denigrate
No,
Kamala Harris. Then answer the
You
question. Be a
turned into
man.
that. I was only
Be a
talking
man.
about what I like about Trump. That's all I want to talk about.
Do you like
I
that
didn't
about
want to
him?
talk about this other stuff.
Do you like that about him? What he
Listen to
says
I'm
about
saying.
his daughter, the
No,
way he
once
the way
again-
he the way he objectifies his
Once
daughter.
again, you're attacking Trump, not wanting to hear why I like Trump. So therefore, your conversation's new to me.
Is this part of Trump? Yes or no? His behavior, that's part of who he is. You can't
Did you
just
not hear me?
Did you hear what I said?
Did Hooked on Phonics not work for you?
Oh, that was such a good joke, Thomas. How many people have used that on you? A lot of people use that on you.
People, if you've asked the same daggone questions without hearing what they feel.
You know what, Tom? You know what I didn't want to do, but I think
Yeah,
it's.
go ahead. I don't care.
I didn't want to because I
don't care.
I
don't care.
believe
I'm being honest with you. I'm being real with you.
I believe, Tom, I was trying to give you every opportunity to be successful. Haven't I, ladies and gentlemen? Haven't I been giving Tom every opportunity to be successful in this platform, on the show this morning? Haven't I? Right? Let me see what the audience thinks. Let's check the temperature. Yes. And unfortunately, Thomas, I can't help but have to conclude, sir, that you look at all these people saying yes, that you're possessed with the MAGA demon. Tom, you're possessed with the MAGA demon, and I'd hate to do that to you. I'd really hate to do it. I'd hate to warm up the lake of fire, and then what do you know? Judge you and toss you in it. But that's what it's starting to look like I'm going to have to do. Because you can't control yourself when I show you who your daddy is, Donald Trump. You heard what he said about his daughter. You should have condemned that rightfully, outright. You've heard what Liz Cheney said. You should have condemned his behavior on January 6th. Brainwashed Tom. So Tom, let me ask you a question. Why should we spare you?
Me. That's all you're doing. You just keep muting me because you don't want to hear it. You want everybody else to hear you, but you don't want to hear me. So why am I going to answer a question?
Because you're supposed to be honest.
That's not a question. That's a dictatorship. That's not sitting there asking my opinion.
You haven't engaged.
That's the problem with the Democrats. They want to have all control. They don't want the people to have a say. Trump wants people to have a say. Yes, he does.
Okay,
That's
why should
he speaks up?
Okay,
That's
are you gonna answer my question about those comments that he made, or are we gonna have to do this the easy way or the hard way? Which one?
Look, are you going to appreciate? Let me ask you one question, just in general. Are you going to enjoy when you work overtime? Oh, that's right, you do lives. When you actually have to go get a job and sit there and work, are you not going to enjoy getting when you work overtime, not getting taxed on it, and you get all that?
Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian?
Oh, see, now you turn it into a Christian. See,
I mean, because we love work. We love, Tom, we love work around here. Hard work is good work. So I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to be like you. You want
what part of I voted for both parties? Do you understand?
You are a MAGA demon. Look at the people in the
on Phonics, please, and fucking go take something.
He's tripping. So guess what? Guess what I'm going to do, Tom? Since you don't want to listen. All right, I'm gonna warm up the lake of fire. Why should I spare you? Why should I spare you Tom? Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Children play with devices that have their business touching.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Tom is possessed with the MAGA demon. Thank you for the subscription, M. Tom, you're possessed with the MAGA demon. The truth is not in you. You're in a cult. And you've drunk the Kool-Aid and you're on your way to meet your maker. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Tom straight to the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
You hear that, Tom? Whatever you do for a living, just keep that going, because outside of that, I don't know if there's really any hope for you. You and everyone like you, y'all love being lied to. I have not met a Trump supporter that when we show them who their daddy is, they can't look at him and go, oh my God, I didn't know that. Or, you know what, you always want to talk about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and Hillary Clinton, people who aren't even running. And then you get up here and profess to be Christians. You're just sick. I see people out there in the audience getting triggered by the way that I'm running the show. Maybe you didn't hear my message at the top.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Any Trump supporters out there that really want to have a serious conversation about the state of affairs in this country? Yeah, you can ask me, do I think this country is headed in the right direction or not? I'll be part of the 70% and say, yeah, I don't really think it is. And I would say, well, why not, Zeus? Well, the biggest reason is because we have a con man. Thank you, Alter Ego, for the subscriptions. The biggest reason is we have a con man running a huge cult, all right, in this nation, and they are trying to take this country backwards. Why do you want to go back? Do you Trump supporters, do you honestly listen to the stuff Donald Trump says? Do y'all really listen to it? He's hell-bent on sending us back to the 1800s. What was going on in America in the 1800s, MAGA? And you think we're going to sit back here and go, yes, Donald Trump, that was a great period in time. Donald Trump went to this, where did he go? To the barber shop? What did he do? What did he do? He went to the barber shop. They released some of these video clips, all right? Listen to this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, listen to Donald Trump try to explain American history to his supporters. And it's sad, but I think the MAGA men are the worst because they believe everything Donald Trump says. They believe everything Donald Trump says, and they don't even question it. Listen to this.
My biggest concern is the future and the future generation, my kids' generation.
This is a MAGA
lot
right
of people are worried that attaining the American dream at this point in time and in the near future is going to be unattainable for this upcoming generation, which I have kids that are part of that generation.
How many kids you have?
I have two, a 17 and an 18-year-old.
Good.
Now, I believe one of the biggest hurdles we have when it comes to attaining that American dream is overtaxation.
Yeah.
When it comes to federal taxes,
Right.
I know we're going to bring back, I'm sure you're going to start back up the pipeline,
Right.
the Keystone Pipeline,
In 2 minutes.
which is going to generate an abundance of revenue.
Right.
Also, with the tariffs that you've spoken of. So my question is, with all this extra revenue we're going to be bringing into the country, so do you believe at some point in time we could find a way, once the country's back on its feet and getting enough revenue and paid off our debt, do you think it's possible to find a way to eliminate federal taxes?
There is a way.
And how do you feel about
in the old days when we were a smart country, in the 1890s and all, this is when the country was relatively the richest it ever was. It had all tariffs. It didn't have an income tax.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now we have income taxes, and we have people that are dying. They're paying tax, and they don't have the money to pay the tax. Now, in the old days, 1890, 1880, we had so much money, they had to set up committees, blue ribbon committees, how to spend our wealth. We had no idea how to spend it with so much money. Then we went to the income tax system, and the rest is sort of history. But no, there is a way. I mean, if what I'm planning comes out, it's a great question, by the way.
Everyone could
You're
attain the
a pretty
American
sophisticated cat. You know?
Wow.
Everyone could attain the American dream if it wasn't for the high cost, the burden of high taxes, and we're taxed at every step of the way.
Yeah.
When we make it, when
And
we spend
regulations. And regulations. So I cut more regulations in 4 years than any other president by 4 times.
Do you all hear? Do you Trump supporters understand what Donald Trump is doing? He wants you, especially to you people of color. We already know what he's doing to women especially. He wants y'all to go back to when you were property. Yeah, those were the good old days, Thomas. Yeah, we are under his tax plan, Thomas. It's not BS. And that's why I had to have you get back down there in the comment section, Thomas, because you don't know any better. Do you brothers and sisters out there that are endorsing Donald Trump still understand what type of time he's on? Or are y'all going to continue to make excuses for this con artist? What has he done for you while you're sitting up there going hard against Vice President Kamala Harris? You have no evidence to prove that she's a terrible person. None. But you'll get up here and defend your cult leader daddy like it's the last mission in a video game. It's sick what you're doing. Vernon, get in the box real quick, Vernon. We don't got much time this morning, Vernon. Come on up here and explain to Zeus what I've lied about. All I'm doing, MAGA, is showing you who your daddy is. He doesn't care about you. You want more? Fine. Listen to this lie that he told today. Listen to this lie. Now, we all know Donald Trump went to McDonald's. We all know he went to McDonald's. And did he hand out processed food? Wasn't he handing it out the drive-through window? Here's some processed food. That's what he was doing. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to what Donald Trump says about
the food healthcare industry and getting the artificial foods banned in our urban communities that have less access to organic whole foods.
What are you going to do to take the chemicals out of the foods, Donald Trump? Right? Because you know that's harming people, especially people of color. What are you going to do, Donald Trump? Listen to Donald Trump's answer.
So, Bobby Kennedy, right? Everybody likes Bobby Kennedy. And he's so big into the health food and women, things, everything. He wants to do things in the environment. And he endorsed me. First time a Kennedy's ever endorsed a Republican. Maybe it's going to be the last, but I doubt it. And he's a great guy. He would be so perfect. He doesn't like artificial foods, and he doesn't like pesticides and all the stuff they put on him. And if you listen to him for 10 minutes, I mean, he says other countries that don't do anything are healthier than us, okay? We're not. that healthy, to put it mildly. So no artificial foods. We don't want artificial. We have plenty of food. The food isn't our problem. And our farmers are great. And our farmers...
So those were lies. We know what his tariffs did to our farmers, and we do have artificial food. McDonald's is a great example. But listen to this con artist, the snake oil salesman, trick his supporters. It's bizarre.
Allowed to do their job. You know, our farmers did great. 4 years ago, they were doing just about the best they've ever done. They're not doing well at all now. We're not going to have artificial foods. We don't want artificial foods. We want healthy foods. And a lot of things are going to be going. I'll tell you, I'm going to have Bobby Kennedy involved in it. He's a great guy. And even the way when I mentioned his name, all you guys, and you're tough cookies. You know, you wouldn't think, sometimes you'd say, maybe you wouldn't like a guy like Bobby. But he's a person that talks more about food and health than anything else. So I think that's cool. So we'll get it taken care of. You'll be healthier in 4 years from now than you are now. And you look very healthy to me.
Do y'all hear this man sitting up here lying his rear end off? You will look healthier 4 years after I'm in office. Who believes this nonsense? Seriously, this is an embarrassment. It's sad that we have to religiously wake up every day, Monday through Friday. Actually, some people do it more, and get up here and debunk Donald J. Trump and his cult. Oh, Hummingbird, you believe it? Come on up here, Hummingbird. I dare you, Hummingbird, to come up here and have a conversation with Big Zeus. Come up here, Hummingbird. Tell me why you believe Donald Trump's lies. You believe him, but Melania doesn't. Isn't that funny? You believe him, but a lot of Republicans, over 200, don't believe him. None of our generals believe this guy, but you do. What makes you so special, Hummingbird? Oh, Hummingbird isn't available to join the guest request. Oh, grand old party. Let's go. Oh, okay. I think I ran into you. Oh, well, welcome to the Thunderdome. Good morning.
What's going on, dude?
What's going on?
Oh, I can't call it. Just out here working. What you up to today?
Well, you see what I'm doing. I'm trying to save. I'm trying to save our country from people like yourself.
Okay, and so I think a lot of the stuff that you're saying Trump's lying about and saying he can't and won't do and all kind of sorts of deals there. I feel like Trump's the way to go. I don't want. Can you tell me what he's lied about?
Well, let's start. And I believe you're an honest broker of the truth, right? Because we've talked.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did he lie about the results of the 2020 election?
I mean, I figure he said just what he thought was real.
But what is in your mind? What is a lie? What does a lie mean to you?
Okay, I get what you're going there, and a lie means it's not true.
Okay, so we can agree that he lied.
We can agree. Well, hold on. Yes, so I can agree that no, he did not win. I mean, because clearly he's not president, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I'm going.
Where are you going?
Okay, so listen now. Now, is it just like your word against mine or his word against ours? I mean, do you feel like it was a complete and total fair election?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you know that for a fact?
Absolutely.
And what's that fact there?
A lot of people, especially people in his administration, have validated that it was a safe, secure, free and fair election. And these are his people, even the FBI.
Yes, sir.
And he appointed the director, Christopher Wray. He appointed that guy to be the director of the FBI. It's not like it's James Comey, the one he calls a grand standard. These are his people. And don't you think, the 60 court cases, even his daughters, his sons, they told him, Dad.
I mean, yeah, but
Dad,
we can go into daughters and sons, but that doesn't make it a fact. And just
wait, well, I'm not going into the daughters and sons, but I don't know what that means, but
well,
I just want you.
I'll tell you what it means to old Timmy. His whole family is voting against him.
No. See, now you're all over the place. I thought we were talking about Trump and not
we were.
His distant cousins are. Okay, all right. So I wanted to make sure I understood. You and I both agreed that Donald Trump lied to his supporters about the.
Well, he.
You want me to hit the play on the audio to help you understand what I mean? Let me go ahead and give it to you.
North Carolina.
This is
big
what he
victory
said.
with North Carolina.
Listen to what he said.
And
Listen to what he says.
So we won there. We lead by 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Now that was after Joe Biden beat him. Now, did you catch the lie? He just you watch sports or anything like that?
Yes, sir. I heard what he said though.
Have you ever seen your favorite team lose a game and then they get on camera and they go, "We were getting ready to win," and then they go, "Frankly, we did win," and then the scoreboard changes? Have you ever seen that happen?
You ever seen a pass interference at the 1 yard line and they didn't call?
I've seen that, yeah. But
Okay.
are you gonna answer my question? Because if they didn't call it, then they didn't call it. You can't go back and undo it. It goes down in history as you lost, right?
Okay, so now today, 2024, we'll put it behind us. We'll say he lost. How about that?
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Okay. But then
now-
that means you have to concede and say he lied.
Okay, well, Kamala said she's going to take away guns, and now she did.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't say that. She's talking about.
She said she's going to do a mandatory buyback.
But do you understand the problem that we're having here? It's when we
Yeah,
get
but
to,
can you admit she lied there or no?
No. I can't because that's not true. That's not true. Again, context matters, and there's nuances. But if you have the audio, I would be more than happy to actually listen to it.
Okay, and sir, I'm to be honest with you, I'm out in the field. I'm working right now, so just like and you know, it's safe to say I can't pull up that audio. But would you do me a favor and pull it up for me?
I've already heard it before. She said she's talking about an assault weapons situation.
But a buyback is a buyback, and she said if they didn't pass it, she'd make an executive order.
No. I think context matters. Again, Mr. Grand Old. Well, that's already. Let's just stick to Donald Trump. All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right, because a lot of us don't know what you're talking about. I kind of have an idea of one of the interviews where she made remarks about it, but then I think she also mentioned something along the lines that she herself and Governor Walz are they carry. So let's not pretend like she's contradicting herself.
She did get up there and say she carries. Okay.
Yeah. So she's not talking about taking your pew-pews away. I just wanted to know. So we got that understood that Donald Trump lied to you. Do you remember the pandemic?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember the lies he told?
Well, you can remind me of them.
Well, number one, he said it's all under control. President Xi and I got this thing under control. Remember all of those? And then gone by summer.
Yes, sir.
Remember all those lies?
Yes.
And then he didn't disclose to the American people how dangerous it was because he didn't want to harm his chances at getting reelected. Those were lies.
Okay, so look, let's go with that. Let's go with that as a lie, okay? So let's speak on and I'm not trying to pivot. If you think I'm trying to pivot, we can go exactly back where you want to go. But I want to know, it's real controversial lately. I've watched a few interviews on it. When she had that rally and someone yelled,
Jesus is Lord.
Jesus is Lord, yes, sir. I mean, and if I'm wrong, if I'm taken out of context, if it was edited, you can let me know that too.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, how come when it comes down to the Lord, she won't kind of stand with him? You know what I mean?
But I just played some clips where she was standing with the good Lord.
But can I
out
hear
there
it
in
again?
Out there in Georgia. I'll play it in just a second. But I'm a little concerned though. So
Yes,
you a man of the faith?
Yes, sir.
And you believe in the Bible, right? What the Bible says is good versus evil.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe Donald Trump is a man of God?
I believe he stands next to the people who want to be a man of God.
But you didn't answer the question.
Do I believe? To be honest with you, I don't know him personally, so I can't call it, just like I can't call it on her, right? That's why I was kind of asking just for clarity. I mean,
but if she mentioned whatever she said, I think there is a time and a place for everything. If you're in the audience, you're there for a reason. It's not your show. it's hers. Have some respect. And if you are in the audience shouting something like that, that's not very Christ-like.
It's not
Because
Christ,
Jesus never forced his word on anybody.
but they
You are
don't
supposed
force-
to.
they don't force nothing on me.
Well, a lot of people might not necessarily subscribe to the Christian faith. So, in this country, you don't got to.
Okay, but do you believe Carmela? I don't. I'm just gonna call her Miss Harris because I've seen there in the comment a lot of people was getting on me about that. So, do you think
But you're not.
Miss-
But you dodged my question, right?
Okay, let's go back to it. I didn't
So
mean to.
so Trump is not a Christian. Let's just get that out there. He's not a Christian.
Okay.
Okay, why would you hold Kamala Harris to a higher standard than you would your daddy, your cult leader? Why? It doesn't make sense to us. If it's okay for you to endorse somebody who's not a Christian, then you really can't speak about Kamala Harris and whatever she does as it relates to Christianity.
And I try not to too much talk about her, in ways I don't know, and that's why I come here and I tell it to someone who might know more, and they'll stop me right in my tracks and let me know if I'm wrong or right.
Okay, you were wrong for doing that.
Okay, and and that's your place to tell me that, and I can appreciate that.
Yes.
I mean, you're not on here bad mouthing me, and
Yeah.
I just feel like, sir, I feel like there's a lot of mess going on here. I mean, it's clear to see.
What kind of mess is going on? Because I do as well.
Okay, so let's go to this.
You want me to tell you what I think the mess is that we got going on?
We'll go right ahead and then I'll follow up with you.
Okay, so we have somebody who used to be the president that got impeached twice, right? And
Yes,
since he's been out, we now know he's been indicted 4 times, right? And he's been convicted in one of those cases 34 times. All right. And on top of that, he's an adjudicated rapist, right? You know about E. Jean Carroll and the 26 other women, right?
Yes,
And we know that he stole our national secrets, violated the United States Espionage Act, committed obstruction of justice. All right. And we know what he did in terms of leading an insurrection against the United States government. This guy, according to our generals, General Mark Milley, he's a fascist to the core. He's been having secret conversations with Vladimir Putin. And yet, his following, his supporters continue to prop him up. To me, we have a huge crisis.
Really?
Don't you think?
Oh yeah, you're 125% right about that. We're under a crisis, but hey, I feel like you're pointing a finger at the wrong person.
Who should we point it at? The suspect, right?
Well, okay. So let's talk about our current administration and what good they've done and why you might want that to repeat.
Okay.
Because
So you don't got anything to say about Donald Trump being a felon or anything?
Okay, so look, I do. Who was he? I just want to know. Was he prosecuted by his political opponent or no?
No.
He wasn't.
No, but as a matter of fact, he tried to prosecute Joe Biden.
There hadn't been one charge thrown against him, but kind of the Democrats aren't kind of weaponizing the Department of Justice whatsoever. None of that.
No. What ended up happening was, when you commit a crime, they gotta first investigate it, and then if they can, and they decide, what, we do have evidence to actually move forward with prosecuting. That's what they do, and that takes time.
Okay,
right?
And then could you touch on a couple of those felonies? I know you said some of I want you to tell me about some of the felonies. Are they falsified business documents, or that's what most of them are, right?
Well, the ones that he's been convicted of, yes. It's, 11 checks, 11 invoices, and 12 ledger entries.
Okay, so now let me ask you something. How many felonies he got?
He has 34.
And how many of those were the falsified business documents?
That's all in one. That's the same case.
Okay, so... I guess this is what I'm saying, because I thought there were more than one case on the.
Well, you got three other cases he's been indicted in, right? But that case in particular is the one where.
And why hadn't he ever been indicted before he run his second term?
Why? Because he didn't commit the crimes,
sir.
Right?
So
you got to first commit.
With the woman, the allegations. What year did that happen?
Stormy Daniels.
Well, I mean, you said there's 26 of them.
Yeah. Well, no, I said there's 34 in that case. But remember, you have to commit the crime in order to be prosecuted, right?
So when did he commit the crime? And
While he was in the White House, and a little bit before he got in the White House in 2016, right?
And when was them charges brought up?
They were brought up after he left the White House.
So,
but the investigation started in 2018, right? So you got to understand.
Yeah, okay, and with that woman,
you got to understand, Mr. Party, right? Because you probably spend a lot of time doing things that you probably doesn't allow you to follow this. One thing is his meetings with, the National Enquirer, the thing that he had going on with Michael Cohen. There's transactions that took place behind the scene, all right, that or part of the crime. Then when he became president, he continued to facilitate the crime from the White House. Imagine, on taxpayers' money, he was supposed to be protecting our democracy, but instead he's writing checks to this woman. That's the crime. That's part of the crime.
Well, let's talk about writing checks and helping.
Writing checks to Michael Cohen, I should say, because he's the one that paid her.
Okay, so let's talk about writing checks and taking care of our people, okay?
I mean, listen, I think you have enough information to conclude that whether you and I agree with it or not, the jury came back and they convicted him. Right?
Sir, I don't think you get a big part of the deal here. It is the Department of Justice is being weaponized against this man.
Who in the DOJ has a vendetta against Donald Trump this bad? Because as far as a lot of us are concerned, Merrick Garland sure did take a long time to bring this thing to Donald Trump. Because now look at where we're at. He should have been in prison. So who's weaponizing it? Joe Biden?
I told you, sir.
Who do you think is weaponizing the DOJ?
The Democratic Party. I got a question. Hold on now.
Okay, wait a second, Mister. So, do you think is weaponization against Hunter Biden?
Do you think Joe Biden will pardon him?
Wait, you didn't answer my question.
Okay.
Is it weaponization against Hunter Biden?
No. And I can go in there. You can laugh, and it might be funny.
But that doesn't make any sense. A sitting president has his son prosecuted, and you don't think that's weaponization. But a former president who's actually committed crimes, all right, and gets prosecuted, that's weaponization. It's a problem. This is why you have a problem with the Democrats, because we see it for what it is. We see the lies. We see the hypocrisy. And we're going, oh, that's not a country we want to live in. We don't want to live in a country where Donald Trump can do and his supporters can do whatever they want. And then, everyone else has to go to jail. That's not America.
So tell me what America is. And I'm not saying what you just say is America. I just want to know your definition. What direction do you want to see this country go under this administration?
The direction it's been going. We don't need to be dealing with a fascist leader. All right, we're not trying to turn this into a dictatorship for Donald Trump and his cult. No, everybody should have rights in this country, whether you agree with it or not. If you're a human being, you deserve to have rights. Why are we trying to take women back into the 1800s where they didn't have rights? That's not the country we want to live in.
Who's trying to take the women's rights?
Well, that's what happened when you overturned Roe versus Wade. Now you see
that's not what happened.
That's what happened. And that's what's going to continue to happen if you continue to let Donald Trump pack the court with conservative justices. This is why I do this work out here, all right? Now listen, mister. I don't know if you've learned anything from this conversation, all right? I really don't know, but I do hope you have, all right? Have you at least reconsidered getting out of the cult this morning? Because Zeus does. I'm a busy guy, and I got to bring up other people. Are you at least willing to entertain the thought that perhaps it is now time to take off that red hat and break free from the chains of the cult? Because you're in a cult.
Am I?
You're darn right you are.
Well, hell. Okay, so you asking me from this live that I want to take my hat off, and do I agree with everything you're saying?
Do you want to get out of the cult that Donald Trump has you in? Because that's what this show is about, is getting people like you the information you need to get strong enough to say, Donald Trump, you're wrong, and I want to be free, and walk out of that cult today and never go back.
Oh hell, I don't believe I'm in no cult, but Lord, I never go along with this shit you're going with, dude.
So you're gonna remain in the cult?
I'm gonna stand for what I believe in, 10 toes in the dirt.
Oh, dirt. Well, you know what that makes? You know what I gotta do? You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
gotta do? We gotta send you to the lake of fire, bro.
That's fine.
Okay. I tried to save him. Hold on, I tried to save him. So listen up, grand old party. All right, listen.
Yes, sir.
I think deep down inside, you might be a great person, right? But when you're possessed with the MAGA demon, you're not such a great person. You love being lied to, and you're too old for that. Donald Trump doesn't love you, all right? He doesn't love you. And unfortunately, you're a prime candidate for hell. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Okay, join me in sending grand old party to the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of applause of shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
I mean, we go through this exercise. Queenie, thank you for the subscription. We go through this exercise. I give you all the facts about who he is. Your daddy, your cult leader. And then you'll sit there and say, well, 10 toes in the dirt. The visual of that is what really did me in, right? All right. And I still see there's a lot of Trump supporters out there, and they're triggered. Why are you triggered? Oh, wait. Why are you triggered? What is this? Give us the facts who Kamala is. Jerry, you want to come up here and get it off your chest this morning, Jerry? 10 toes in hell, right, Tiffany? Jerry, if you don't mind, Jerry, come up here and let's have that conversation. I don't understand who Kamala Harris is to you, Jerry. Because when you listen to the vice president speak, how can you have an issue, right, Cutie Cutie? Thank you. When you listen to Kamala Harris speak, where's the issue?
They published it. They bound it and handed it out.
Where's the issue?
And when you read it, you know it is a detailed and dangerous blueprint
Project 2025
for what Donald Trump will do if he is elected president. Donald Trump will give billionaires and corporations massive tax cuts like he did it last time. He would do it again. He would cut Social Security and Medicare.
Do you hear this?
He would get rid of the thing we all fought so hard for, that $35 a month cap on insulin for our seniors.
Right.
Read that plan and you'll see they'll make it easier for companies to deny overtime pay for workers. And he will impose what I call a Trump sales tax, because he has an intention of putting an at least 20% tax on everyday necessities, which economists have estimated would cost the average person more than $4,000 more a year. And on top of all of this, Donald Trump intends to end the Affordable Care Act.
That's 45 million Americans that are at risk of losing their health coverage. And y'all want to get up here and say y'all have a problem with Kamala Harris? Oh, what? It's a lie? Come on up here. Road running for, please come up here. Zeus doesn't have much time. This show is only 2 hours. Come on up here and explain to me where Kamala Harris is lying. She knows this. She's telling the truth. Road running for, it's the truth. All right?
No plan to replace it.
No plan to replace it.
Oh, y'all like the debate. He has, quote,
Thank you, Lil Hawk.
So you all know, and you've heard me say, look, I think, and I do believe Donald Trump is an unserious man.
Thank you.
And the consequences of him ever being again in the White House are brutally serious. Brutally serious. Because think about it. The man's going to threaten the health insurance of 45 million Americans based on a concept.
Wow.
And take us back to when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was?
You hear this?
Well, we are not going back.
Let's go. There you go. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy, your cult leader, Donald Trump. We don't got all morning, all right? This is serious. I don't have good health care now. I'm telling you the truth. I'm disabled and I get nothing from the Pam, what are you talking about? Come on up here, Pam. Come on up here, Pam. One of you MAGA demons, please come up here and defend your daddy. We don't got all morning to do this same song and dance. Pam, I know that's not true. Pam, come up here and defend your daddy. All right, Trump will grift and steal from every policy he can for his pockets. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you, Trump supporters. Anything of honesty, come up here. You keep putting 1 in the chat. I keep inviting you, but you're not accepting the guest requests. All right, MAGA, they lie. Yeah, MAGA Trump supporters, they lie. It's almost like it's second nature to them. They just lie. They have no truth in them. All right, they just. What are you going to do this morning? Well, first thing I'm going to do is wake up and start lying, and then I'm going to, get me a Diet Coke and some Cheez-It. That's what they do. I already know what these MAGA folks do. All right. Who's out there? Let's see. He has 1 follower, but I sent them a guest request. Marsha, the left took my son's internet price in April. They were so happy to give people cut rate. Marsha, please rewrite that. Marsha, please rewrite that or come up here. Oh no, I can't send Marsha a guest request for some strange reason. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go here to the box. Hold on. Creative Inc. Good morning. How are you?
What's up, brother?
What's going on? How can I help you, my good friend? Thank you.
Nothing, man. I'm glad I got an opportunity to talk to you, man. I saw your show.
Oh.
A couple weeks ago, and I kind of got, I'm like, who is this guy?
Thank you, Rick. Oh, you saw my show. Where'd you go? Creative Inc., you were just in the box, and then what happened? The train came and you dropped out. Where did you go, Creative Inc.? What happened? Come on back in the box. We were making progress. All right, because see, a lot of people, they watch the show and then they turn around and say Zeus spreads a lot of hate and misinformation. So I want to get that cleared up. Oh, you're back. Welcome.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's going on? He got hit by the train. That's funny.
What? Yeah, I'm still trying to work out my kinks on this.
Yes.
Getting on live with somebody, but I wish I can actually figure out how to actually turn my camera on, but I don't see that right this second.
Let's see. I just sent you an invitation. You can turn it on if you don't mind, my good friend.
Oh, that's what's up.
I can't see you. We can't see you. But I guess it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I noticed you make pretty good shirts. I checked out your website, all right? And, and you're supporting a just cause. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put W's in the chat for Creative Inc. Studios. Check out those shirts. This is what we do. We don't just push out the truth, but we also support one another. All right. Now, what did you want to say, my good friend?
Well, I wanted to say that I'm glad that you're on this platform talking about our next president.
Thank you.
What I do see is a lot of our brothers are out there downtrodden in sister, which I don't quite understand. So I wanted to make a point to get on your show and say thank you very much.
You're
really
welcome.
Appreciate it. A lot of these Trumpsters out there, they don't understand. They're going against their own values when they start talking about this orange guy. But I appreciate what you do, man. You're a good brother. I'm gonna support your show, no, without a doubt. I'll make sure that I repost this and send it to everybody that I know.
Please
to make
do.
sure they look and they tune in to what you're saying because you're doing some good stuff.
Thank you, my brother. Man, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, God is good. Thank you, Creative Ink Studios. This is what we're talking about. And you keep up the great work too, all right? We know a lot of them are hard-headed, but a hard head makes for a soft you know what, right? And we gonna make them get in line one way or the other, all right?
That's right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
All right.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out Creative Ink Studios. Let's give them a huge round of applause. No lies detected. Yeah. This is what we do over here, ladies and gentlemen. We tell the truth and we shame the devil. All right, let's go to the next guest. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Don't worry, we'll get you on the right side, but you got to do the work. Good morning, Ange. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. We've had 2 interesting guests, all right, so far. And no matter what we throw at them, they continue to remain in the cult.
I don't think we're going to get them out of it by now. I think you and I both know it, but we can try. But people in the comment section, are still listening. We could still change a few minds. Here's the thing I'm noticing a lot lately, just perusing through lives and whatnot. There's so much talk of we are intertwining. This is no offense to Christians by any means. We're intertwining that with government. Okay. And this is what Trump and everyone is doing. And that's fascism.
Yep.
That is absolute fascism.
Yeah.
So I was looking into fascism. I already knew some about it.
Right.
I'd like to read just a little bit. I don't have a good memory anymore. But anyway, so one of them is powerful and continuing expressions of nationalism. Okay.
Yep.
Disdain for human rights, which... Do you know how much money he's spending on ads talking about how Kamala Harris has approved gender affirming care?
How much is he? How much is he?
It was an exorbitant amount. I can't even remember. It was like 550. I don't know. It was an exorbitant amount because most of his commercials are about that. And you know what I found out that was interesting?
What is that?
That started under him. That started under him. The only thing he did different was he added the words, they could have the gender affirming care, but he added as necessary.
Bingo. So why is he trying to put it all on Kamala Harris? That's interesting.
It's very interesting. I just found that out this morning. To move on, let's see. Supremacy of military. Does that sound familiar at all?
Yep. That's
Enemy
what he's about.
from within. He wants to use the military on them. Rampant sexism, which hello men out there, not my men friends in here, but we are over-talked all the time.
Yeah.
We are not listened to. You guys we are treated as lesser than, please, not you guys in here, my friends, but by trying to just take away our basic rights to our own body.
Amen.
And it's not just reproductive freedom. It's our body. There's so much more. I've always say this. We're not a walking womb, people. Okay? How about this one? Controlled mass media. What was one of the first things he started saying? Everything was fake news.
Yep.
Fake news. These are all tenets of fascism, Zeus.
And they're welcoming it. This is what makes it sick.
Yeah, that this whole thing has come up a lot because I don't know what the heckler said. Zeus, what are they saying?
Jesus is Lord or something like that. And I think that's very inappropriate, right? To go into somebody else's rally and try to take it over by yelling. It's very inappropriate and it's un-Christ-like.
She handled that very gracefully. Actually, so I don't understand what the problem is here.
Yeah.
Like they keep saying, "Oh, she won't let them talk about religion." Why should she at a rally where there is more than one higher power?
Amen.
There's far more than one higher power. So
Amen.
I don't know what the problem is with that. And of course, we have the obsession with national security. What do they talk about all the freaking time? The the border, the southern border. That's all we ever hear. And I think we all know there's been the border bill that is now standalone, and they still, you know why they
Because
won't
instead
sign
of
it.
fixing a problem, they'd rather run on it. That's why. They don't care.
Absolutely.
Exact.
And then,
Citizen Craig, please. You see Citizen Craig is here, Ange. Go ahead and please give him a couple of words of
I didn't
advice.
even look at him. What the hell? What is he saying? I wasn't looking down there.
Well, he seems to be in line in following Donald Trump's rhetoric
Oh,
when
is
it
he a
comes.
fascist?
Yeah, he
Oh,
supports a fascist. I didn't know that.
That's what y'all want. And I'm going to tell you right now, when he gets in, when he said dictator for a day, there's never been a dictator for a day. What he says, believe him. And you will be treated the same way I am, the same way Zeus is. You will be treated like us. You know, and you just, I mean, and just, I won't even go on too much about like the McDonald's thing. He was mocking her on her birthday. The whole, you know, Arnold Palmer appendage thing where you have to sit there with your daughter. She's literally like, why is he talking about that? At 51 years old, I've never heard things like that talked about at a rally.
Yeah.
Like this is insanity.
Someone asked, how is it mocking, Ange, please? Because, see, we got some people that are confused. Creative
I'll tell
Inc.
you.
Tara, thank you. Thank you for the gifts.
So I wasn't looking. Thank you guys for the gifts. My apologies. I wasn't looking. Say that question again.
How was he mocking her on her birthday
okay.
by going to McDonald's? Because apparently it went
Treehouse.
over Jay Rizzle 69's head.
Shocker. If he's a MAGA man, shocker, then went right over his head.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was her birthday, and he has a problem. He's saying that she never worked at McDonald's. She said that she did. I believe as maybe a teenager. I'm not sure. But so he goes over there on her birthday, works at McDonald's, like, oh, she never worked here, but now I have. How is that not a mockery? You're a child. You're a freaking child, Donald Trump, and anyone that follows you is too.
Bingo. And see, the fake news won't tell you that, Jay Rizzle, but will tell you. You see all those lights go on in the background? Thank you, Ange. I appreciate it.
And just one last thing, as
Go
far
ahead,
as
Ann.
as far as this religion and government intertwined, it's already starting. I believe I could have it backwards, but I believe the 10 Commandments are already in the classrooms in Louisiana, and they're teaching the Bible in Oklahoma. You know, and again, please, everybody, this is like I am agnostic. I was brought up Catholic. I don't belong to organized religion anymore.
Yes, they are, Squirrel. Yes, they are.
What did he say?
No, they aren't. No, they're not. It's in Louisiana schools. Yep, exactly. Just what Ange said.
I didn't know if it was the other way around, but definitely there are the 10 Commandments in the classrooms, and that's just not okay. We are going backwards in every way, shape, or form. I've gone past my 3 minutes, so I'm going to drop down. But I wanted to point out this man is a fascist.
Thank you.
It's literally, he checks off every single box.
Exactly.
You're probably not going to listen. I hope there's somebody in the comment section that might. But thank you for having me up, Zeus, and you have a great rest of the day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you too, Ange. Let's give the beautiful Ange a huge round of applause.
What happened? Holy shit.
Wow, how did that happen? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Ange a round of applause. No lies detected. Oh yeah, okay. I see somebody out there. Greetings. Come on up here real quickly. You're laughing about the 10 Commandments, J Bay area.
Imagine being mad at the 10 Commandments. That's just wild, bro.
Are you driving?
No, I'm not driving.
Oh, okay.
How are you mad?
Bounce, thank you. JB. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we mad?
Yeah.
Well, because we don't want to be doing none of that with MAGA. That's especially why. None of you worship.
It has nothing to do with MAGA. It's Christianity. It's
okay.
It's
okay. So thou shalt not steal. Let's go through the commandments.
Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Yeah. Like.
Okay. But Donald Trump steals. Donald Trump steals.
What did he steal?
Ask all the people he's done business with. They'll tell you he stiffed them. As a matter of fact, in his fraud trial in New York, he's getting caught and they're finding him $500 million, $500 million. This is not a person that we would want trying to implement the 10 Commandments. Why is he selling the Bibles for $60 and they're made in China? Jesus never said sell his word. He never sold it.
How else are they supposed to get the Bibles? Everyone sells the Bible.
You can listen, he should be giving it away, especially if he knows it's supposed to be making the country great again. That's just my honest opinion. He doesn't need the money. He's a billionaire.
Why are people? Why would you be mad at the 10 Commandments?
Let's go through. Hold on.
It says nothing negative at all.
Yeah, it does.
What does it say that will hurt you?
Let's go through them. All right. How about this? I mean, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Don't you all put Donald Trump above Jesus? I got the clip right here. Don't make me hit play on it. So you broke that one. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Well, y'all got golden statues. You got golden statues of Donald Trump.
Brainwash you like that to really think that, bro. You are brainwashed by white liberals, bro.
Whatever.
Bro, Christianity does not teach what you're thinking, dude.
What does Christianity teach? Because if I would rather listen. Look, you know the difference between you and me. You want me to tell you what the difference? Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
By white
Look at this. Look at that.
That's the difference between me and you. That
you
I
see
can
that?
actually think by myself.
You see this right here? You see what I'm doing?
You let white liberals think for you. That's the difference between me and you.
You see what I'm doing right here, ladies and gentlemen, right there? Look at that. No strings attached. I am not a hand puppet like this guy, all right? He's a hand puppet getting on TikTok and repeating all of Donald Trump's lies, all right?
I think for myself.
No, I promise you, you don't think for yourself. I promise you. Are you voting for Donald? Are you voting for Trump?
CNN talking points.
Are you voting for Trump? Are you voting for Trump? Why?
Yes,
Let me give me an articulate explanation for why you would vote for a convicted felon who's been impeached twice.
Another CNN talking point. Keep going. Mr. Think for yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just give me a reason. The floor is yours.
The economy was better. Inflation wasn't all messed up. People could afford their groceries.
Get to the border.
Yeah, the border too. Less crossings. All that.
Oh my God! Y'all all get up here and say the same thing.
The country was 10 times better under Trump.
And let me guess. And if Kamala gets in the White House, this whole country's going to hell. All right, and we're gonna have a 1929 style depression.
In front of China, in front of Putin, bro, they're gonna eat her.
Woo! Man, where do you get this material from? I mean, wow, I've never heard anybody, Jay Bay, listen, I've never heard anybody get in the box and say that right there. Man, that was incredible, man. Your brain power, you're like a stable genius. Where did you come up with those talking points?
Thank you.
Wow.
CNN.
Man, you got it from Fox?
Not CNN.
Where'd you get that from? You didn't think of that yourself, man. You're not that creative, man. Come on, stop it.
MSNBC.
Where'd you get it from, though? Where'd you do all that research at that got you that information about the way you brought up the economy and the border, man, that was a stroke of genius.
A1, for sure.
It's almost like if I had to, maybe you write Trump speeches. Is that what this is?
Yes, that's exactly
okay. Oh, wow, man. I tell you, you are woo! I've never met anybody as smart as you.
What's your argument?
Well, let me ask you a question. 4 years ago from today, what year would it have been?
2020.
Yeah. And so let's just go back to October 21st, 2020. What would you say was happening in the United States of America based on your understanding?
The pandemic.
Oh, wow. But that was a great time for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pandemic. I mean, what can you do?
But it was an awesome time. The economy was booming, right?
Prior to the pandemic?
Oh,
yes.
I love it.
For sure.
I love it. I didn't say prior. Because you know, if we go prior, I'm going to say, well, you know, you got to give credit to Barack Obama.
During the pandemic, I was working. I never skipped a beat, to be honest.
But be honest. Was that the best time of your life when the pandemic was happening in the United? It was the best time of your life, right? American.
Anybody's life.
What?
Yeah, it's a pandemic.
Wait, what did you just say?
I don't think it was the best time of anybody's life.
All right, I think my job here is done.
But that has nothing to do with
I think
Trump.
but
what does a pandemic have to do with Trump?
You're the first.
Blame natural disasters on presidential candidates. Like, are we gonna blame the hurricanes on Joe Biden and Kamala? Like, that's a stupid argument, bro.
They do it all the time.
That's the dumbest argument you could.
Your friends do it all the time.
Pandemic, so it was the worst time. So what are we gonna start asking all the?
How about this? How about this? You asked me a question about the pandemic. Let me say this: May of 2018.
What's your chat saying?
Listen, the May of 2018, the Trump administration they disbanded. Are you listening?
Yeah,
because this is some game right here. May of 2018, the Trump administration they disbanded the White House pandemic response team. Why?
May of 2018, they disband say that again?
The Trump administration disbands the White House pandemic response team. Why would Donald Trump do that?
I'm not sure. I never even heard of that.
I know. I'm trying to help you understand. So Barack Obama, and if you haven't listened to him recently, he actually went into detail and he explained that during his time in office, there was SARS and then there was Ebola. So he put together a pandemic response playbook, right? Because he knew somewhere along the way, there was going to be a major once in a century type of situation, and they wanted to be able to deal with it because it could have happened while he was in office, right? And he didn't want to be caught flat-footed. So he created the playbook. Donald Trump gets into office, and because he doesn't like Barack Obama, right? He's going to undo everything. He gets rid of the playbook.
They both did the same thing. Joe Biden got rid of a bunch of things that it happens throughout presidencies.
Right.
They both do the same thing.
But if anything happened because of that, we're going to blame Biden, right? So this is just to me another example of how Trump is responsible. So that's what you know. Also in July of 2019, listen,
trying to stop certain things of the pandemic. You guys, he would be.
Listen, I have no. You can look this up.
You can look this up. When I stopped being a Democrat, bro, that era of seeing how the news manipulated things was the time when I stopped listening to the Democratic Party.
Okay. So in July, so you listened to, that's when you joined the cult. Got it. So in July of 2019,
the news media kind of pushed me towards Trump. Like, damn, they're trying to fearmonger everybody.
But do you understand? Do you understand that I have the same distrust of the media? So what you have to do is go one step further, and you got to go independently verify the information, which is what I'm doing now. So I know what the media says. I heard what Trump was saying, but I also know how to go look at a timeline, bro. And this is all I'm doing. I'm looking at a timeline.
And I remember what Trump was saying.
Okay, so let's finish this timeline real quick. All right, so in July of 2019, the CDC epidemiologist embedded in China's disease control agency left the post, and the Trump administration eliminated the role. So what we have right now are a series of actions that Donald Trump made, right, or steps that he took prior to the pandemic. This is why I continue to hold him accountable to a certain degree for how he managed it, not for what happened, but for his failure in terms of him being a leader.
Your Democratic god, Dr. Fauci, to take care of all that? Didn't he put the 15 days to stop the spread, whatever he did? Like, what are you talking about? These were your leaders. He did what your leaders were asking. Prior to that, he tried to stop planes from China, which is where the virus came from, and he was labeled a racist. The news media started calling him a racist. because he was trying to stop planes from China, and they started saying all this shit.
Wait a second. We keep
before
it
the
clean. We don't use profanity. I didn't say that earlier. All right, but please try to keep it clean. You know, some of us got people who look up to us watching this show. All right, now the information that you're saying, sir, it somewhat might be true, but I would prefer to continue down this timeline if you don't mind. All right, so I gave you two things that Trump did. Those are actions that set him up to be flat-footed when it came time to deal with this situation. All right, and you can see this. You can go look it up. All right. Then he comes out after he did this and says, "We have it totally under control. It's only one person coming in from China. It's going to be fine." Then he says, he praises President Xi in terms of how he handled it and says, "China has been working very hard to contain the virus. The USA greatly appreciates their effort and transparency. It will all work out, in particular on behalf of the American people. I want to thank President Xi." And you know what happened after that. It was a bunch of confusion, right? Gone by summer, hit the body with light, maybe some disinfectant, inject the body with some disinfectant. I mean, we went through a lot of misinformation to the point where we had two different schools of thought. People who were following what the experts were saying, and then people who weren't following what the experts were saying. And the people who weren't following what the experts were saying were Trump supporters.
And can you name one country that had 100% control over what
None.
happened? Exactly.
Right. But
exactly. Nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew how to handle it besides stopping the economy and not spread the.
But what we can say is hitting the body with light and injecting with disinfectant. No country recommended doing that.
No.
But Trump
I
did.
wouldn't recommend that.
Trump did.
That's yeah.
And if you follow the people, Bob Woodward said Donald Trump knew this was dangerous, but he tried to make it look like, oh, this is just like the flu and it'll be gone. And think about all the lives that were impacted.
Yeah, everybody's life was impacted.
So, and I'm glad that you were willing to go this deep with me. Isn't it fair to say when people go, were you doing better off 4 years ago than you are today? That if you really thought about that answer, you would have to conclude.
I don't put the pandemic into those 4 years.
Yeah, but you have to.
That was a disaster.
But you have to, because in math, right? You do the number 24 minus 4 equals 2020. You can't go, well, no, it's 2021. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You have to follow the logic. And so based on this conversation, you have to conclude 4 years ago wasn't a good time. Not in this country.
I'm not counting the pandemic because that was a worldwide thing. It's just
but you can't do that, bro. That's not how math works. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like J-Bay has reached his limit, and we're gonna go ahead. J-Bay, I get it. It's a lot to process. So what I'll do is I'll let you continue on with your morning. All right, but do better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and warm up the lake of fire for J-Bay, because J-Bay, I really do believe you're a good person, but when you let that MAGA demon answer questions like 4 years ago, were you better off, and you say yes, you're not such a great person because you're lying and you're not being honest. And actually, isn't that breaking one of the commandments too? It is. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending J-Bay straight to the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We let's get through some of these conversations. All right. Good morning, my good friend, Nutty Professor. How are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs as usual.
So, if you don't mind, Mr. Zeus, I just have a couple of questions from people who are supporting Donald Trump. That's all.
Okay, go for it.
If you have another one in the box, can you bring them up?
Do we have a Trump supporter that wants to come up here and talk to Nutty Professor real quickly? All right. I mean, because, time is truly of the essence. Please put a 1 in the chat if you are a deranged Trump supporter, all right, and you want to come up here and have a conversation, an honest conversation. You got to be an honest broker of the truth. All right, we don't got all morning to do this same old song and dance. All right.
So I won't belabor the time, but while someone's trying to find the strength and the courage to come up, I'll just continue speaking.
We got somebody.
Hey, good morning, Marcos. How are you?
Good. How about you, my friend?
You're a Trump supporter?
Yeah, Trump 2020 never actually. I'm just kidding. No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to give you a shout out, Zeus.
Oh my goodness! Listen, Marcos, don't get in here and get in the line of fire like that. All right, but thank you.
I'm sorry, Zeus. I just wanted to come up here and tell you how much I appreciate you, brother.
All right. Well, I appreciate you too, my good friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Marcos, get out of here. Stop encroaching on my time.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Marcos a round of applause. No lies protected. I try to invite some Trump supporters. Don, I see you.
While you're doing that, we are 15 days out from an election.
Correct.
15 days out, and you played it earlier for Thomas.
Yeah.
And he started spiraling. You played it earlier for him, the contrast between the candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Being 15 days out from an election, they don't care about the American people, just like he doesn't care about the American people, because the contrast is this. You have one candidate talking about what she plans on doing for the American people so that we all can come up, so that we can all pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. You know, that's their talking point, right? They love saying that statement.
Yeah.
He's giving us a plan so that we all can do it and that no one is left behind. And yet we have another candidate who is talking about, someone's junk. Another man's junk.
Arnold Palmer.
We have another candidate, the same candidate, cosplaying at McDonald's. Like, folks, are you not understanding what's at stake? Is this who you are really going to vote for? Like, seriously, you keep saying, I'm voting for him because the economy was better. BS. I'm going to vote for him because prices were lower. BS. I'm going to vote for him because he believes in the American people. BS, 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 BS. So tell me again why you're voting for Donald Trump, please. But you know what? Forget that. Forget that question. I'm going to tell you why you're voting for Donald Trump. You're voting for Donald Trump is because you are a racist. You are a misogynist. You are a homophobe. You don't care about no one but yourself. So in essence, you are a selfish piece of cockeye.
Ooh.
That's why you're voting for Donald Trump. And I would have even less respect for you, because I will have no amount of respect for you. I would have less respect for you if you would just get in the box and just say that.
Yeah.
At least tell us the truth.
But you know what they disguise it as? We have a problem with her policies. We don't know who she is.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, my friend, but they don't even know how to spell policy. They heard a word on TikTok and they learned how to say the word and they ran with it. Now, instead of running with words you hear on TikTok, if it's a new word to you, which it is for 99.999.5% of them, wouldn't you write that word down?
Yeah.
And go look it up and learn the definition of that word?
Yep.
They don't do that, Zeus.
Very unfortunate.
They don't do that. They don't know what policy is, because when you ask them, what policy did Donald Trump put in place to help the American people at large? You know what they always say?
What do they say?
They always run to the border. Oh, the border was secure. No, ma'am. No, sir. I need to know what policy did Donald Trump put into place, meaning he proposed, he got it passed through Congress, and he signed into law. That's policy. Executive orders, they're not policy.
They're not.
Hey, Q-Dog is asking to come up. I would love to say hi to Q-Dog.
All right. Let's see. Okay, there we go.
What's up, Q?
What's going on, Nettie?
Man, I'm over here sweating because these Magademas, they're bringing hell on earth, and it's hot up in this joint.
Hey, bro, don't even let them sweat. Don't even sweat it because they know what time it is. We less than 2 weeks out from the election, and yeah, they don't know what to do at this point in time.
Tell them.
Like I said, I went to the rally, the Harris rally here in Atlanta, Georgia on Saturday. And it was a sea of people. When I tell you a sea, I got video footage. I'll forward to you, Nutty, and Zeus. These folks, they scared. They don't know what to do at this point in time because it's just like back in the day when the slaves were encouraging themselves to learn and seek knowledge and whatnot. When you have that type of mental capacity to go ahead and seek the knowledge yourself, that's the reason why they jump up in here and say, "Oh no, we're gonna vote for Trump. Trump is gonna win. You're gonna be scared and you're gonna be crying." Blah blah blah. Nah, we already know what's about to happen, and you do too.
Yeah.
Truth be told,
does anyone think Nutty or Q Dog is lying? Does anyone think these brothers are up here lying? Because I would hate to rob you of an opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, they think we're lying, Zeus. But
to really have an honest conversation. These are some of the most. Oh, PG Howie says he does. Woo.
Hey, PG, come on up, man. Welcome.
Come on up. Let the Divine Nine school you a little bit. Come on up.
Yeah, PG Howie.
We got an Alpha and an Omega on this live right about now.
Beginning and the end. Absolutely, sir.
I don't think he want that smoke, Nutty. He don't want that smoke.
Do he want the PG Howie? Come on up here. Send Zeus a guest request. I would be more than happy to hear this, hear whatever it is that's got you so worked up this morning. All right, there we go. Let me go ahead. I sent you an invite. There he is, right there. He said he think you lying. All right, let's go, gentlemen. PG.
I'm not worked up.
You believe these two are lying?
I got a question. I got a question before you even start.
You're saying that we're scared, and
hold on.
Okay.
You got two educated black men on this, actually three, including Zeus, but two Divine Nine educated on this platform right about now. I got a question for you. The picture that you just put up for your profile.
Mm-hmm.
Got a question. Where's the medical report? Where is the doctor that quote unquote supposed to have treated Trump? Now, me, Zeus, and Nutty know when you supposedly quote unquote get pew, you're not out of the hospital the next day with a little bandage on your ear.
You're saying it didn't happen?
I need you to bring me some facts of what, since you have that picture on your profile, who was the doctor that treated him? I need facts now.
I don't know who the doctor was.
You don't? Okay. When did he go to the hospital? Or did he ever go to the hospital? Where is the reports and the coverage? Because if anything was to happen to the current or the previous president, is going to be all over CNN, CNBC, Fox News. Where's all that coverage at?
Just say what you want to say. You're asking me all kinds of questions.
Did you not understand what I just said?
Well, you're beating around the bush.
Hold on. First of all, we don't take that right here. You understand what I'm saying? Now you may try that with some of them white tea folks over there on the Trump platform, but not here, buddy. Now I asked you a question. Where's all the coverage of the quote unquote assassination attempt? The people that quote unquote was unalive. What happened to the funeral coverage? What happened to all that stuff? You sure?
Oh, absolutely. We should know more. We should know more about the. I can't even remember his name now. It's not coming to me. The kid that supposedly did it. We don't even know how he got on the roof. I got a lot of questions about it.
Where's the reports at of his quote unquote unaliving funeral and so forth like that?
So PG, let me help you out here. So what Q is asking you, I'll just go ahead and answer it for you. So the FBI, you know that 3-letter agency that y'all seem to be so triggered by? So the FBI came out with a report on that first attempt on Trump. And you know what the FBI report stated, sir? I bet you don't, because y'all don't know how to read. It stated that Trump did indeed get hit. But guess what it said he got hit by? Do you know?
No.
Shrapnel from the teleprompter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So please stop lying and saying that he got pew-pewed, because he did not.
I didn't say anything. I only came up to talk about the election.
Was there an attempt on his life? Maybe. Maybe not. On some days, maybe on some other days. You know, I'm just going to use Trump's rhetoric. But to say this picture is disgusting, by the way. All right? Mm-hmm. This man who for 9 years spit vitriol, spit hate, spit all sort of vile. Do you not think it's going to come around full circle and end up on your doorstep? Now, I'm not condoning violence in any way, shape, or form against anyone. But do you not believe that his words has consequences that brought him the actions that he received on that day and consequently another day?
What does this have to do with the election?
Okay, let's talk about the election.
You said it's two weeks away.
Okay, let's talk about the election. Okay, so yesterday the vice president was at New Birth Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, and while she was speaking to the Christian community. You know, y'all identify with the Christian community, and she was talking about how biblically, how we are supposed to bring people up with us. That we're not supposed to be holding people down because we don't agree with them for whatever reason. But yet you have another candidate out there that is doing the very said thing. So why is it that you're not speaking out against Donald Trump for not speaking about what he plans on doing for the American people? And he's talking about retribution. He's talking about another man's genitals. He's talking about absolutely nonsense that has nothing to do with the election. Now, you just tried to scold us.
Is Kamala
what does this have to do with the election? What does this have to do with the election? I ask you, while I'm landing this plane, what does Donald Trump say has to do with any election? What does he say that has to do with the election, sir?
Is Kamala a Christian?
Hold on. First of all, brother, what we not going to do on this platform is we not going to talk about any negative BS about our current VP president. She's a black woman, first and foremost.
I just asked if she's Christian.
No. Let me finish. We're not going to tolerate that, okay? Because this is the same BS. Every time there's a question that's asked to a Trump supporter, they want to pull out, oh, is Kamala this? Oh, is Kamala that? You guys can't even say her name correctly. And you have the nerve to say, oh, is she this or is she that? First and foremost, let me explain something to you. In order to be in the Divine Nine, you have to be knowing God. That's first and foremost. That might be something that's way over your head. You're talking to a member of Omega Psi Phi and Alpha Phi Alpha.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? The Divine Nine, it's a little bit deeper. I'm going to give you a little bit without even telling you the whole situation. You got to know the reason why us as Omega men wear the color purple. And without telling you the truth about that, because you got to pledge in order to know the facts of that. There's a solidary reason why we wear purple and gold.
Okay. I just asked if she's a Christian because she doesn't talk about her religion.
Hold on 1 second.
But what difference does it make?
So
because you said she was talking at a church.
Okay, but here's the thing that I'm gonna say to you. Every time that Trump has something going on, it has something to do with someone getting hurt or someone getting beat up. Okay, I'm quite sure you're familiar with the video that's been viraling about the black man that's a MAGA that got beat up by the Trump supporters, white T Trump supporters. Okay, why is it you don't see any white T folks getting beat up at Trump rallies? Just answer me that question.
Question, Q.
Well,
Very
listen.
interesting question.
Now, listen, we have to move it on, gentlemen, but this has been a great conversation. PG, I want to give it to you this way. What is it going to take for you to get out of this cult that you have found yourself in? Because you can't get up here and pretend like you have an issue with Kamala and her faith, but then at the same time not call out Donald Trump and the fact that he's not a Christian.
I don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with her faith. I'm not a Christian.
Okay.
Why did you ask?
Why bring it up?
Why are we even here?
Because Nutty Professor said she was talking at Baptist church.
But PG, notice
Jesus Christ.
When is she going to?
You still didn't even
Thank you.
answer the question. You didn't even answer the question.
Creative Inc., thank you.
You stuck on the fact that I said she was speaking at Newburgh Baptist Church. That's what you stuck your hat on. The fact is, what has Donald Trump spoken about, sir, that has to do with the election, that has to do with the American people and to make our lives better? What does he speak on, sir?
He speaks on immigration, man.
See, Zeus, that's exactly what I told you. Every single time.
Unprecedented. Unprecedented. Well, see, listen, PG, listen, Zeus has to move on, all right? I'm disappointed in you. I really am, ladies and gentlemen. Let's send PG straight to the lake of fire. We got to move it on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause and shame. Bye, PG. Fake outrage.
So realization, Zeus and Nutty. This isn't about politics. This isn't about anything. All this is about is how many people can I get to come on my page and follow me and make money off of this. These folks don't care about anything dealing with politics.
Absolutely not.
Whatsoever. How many people I could get to follow me because it's a trending topic to say, oh, vote for Trump. That's all it is.
Well, all right. Well, you two, I got to move it on. We got a couple of people to get up here. And thank you.
One more thing, Zeus.
Thank you, Q-Dog. Thank you, Q-Dog. Yes, Nutty. What was that, Nutty?
Before I get out of here,
we're almost.
I would like to request that we celebrate the vice president because she turned 60. Man, don't 60 look good, man?
Yes, she did, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Kamala Harris a round of applause. It was her birthday yesterday, and you know we celebrate birthdays over here. All right, we do.
So thank you, man. Thank you for letting me up, and I'll be back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Nutty a round of applause. No lies detected. All right. See, sometimes you gotta take care of business. All right. PG, whatever your name is, I really want you to sit down and ask yourself, why the heck are you voting for Donald Trump? All right, and give us a clear answer. And if it's simply the lie, the border, you gotta be honest, bro. Donald Trump doesn't care about fixing that. He would rather run on a problem instead of fixing it. He's the one that said blame him for the border bill not being passed. Nutty and Q-Dog, again, thank you. Thank you, brothers. Yeah, PG is delusional. All right, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, wow. Greetings. Who do we have right here, ladies and gentlemen? I'm trying to get through as many as I can before we have to get up out of here. I see some friendlies. Shannon, good morning. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Oh.
Going for Harris.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I want to bring up someone else, but say something real quick. All right. Did you vote already?
No, I'm about to, but I was trying to get on with the last person.
Oh, okay.
His name, but I'm the sister-in-law of Ruby Freeman.
Really?
And Shay Moss.
I know of them. What? So you know about how Donald Trump's lies impacted those women. Wow. Wow.
And for them being black and they was working in the polls, how Donald Trump said there was like a drug dealer. She was passing on a hard drive to her daughter, which it was a ginger mint.
Yeah.
How Rudy spread lies, defamation of character, went on the internet, put my sister-in-law's address and her daughter's address and my mother-in-law Betsy Hampton address to where
Wow.
Trump supporters went to their house and terrorized them to where I think was the federal FBI had to tell them they had to get away from their house
Yeah.
and go into hiding. Went to my mother-in-law's house, grabbed her, shoved her outside, pushed her down,
Mm.
and I'm so sick of this, like really sick of it. I was there when Donald Trump got booked into Rice Street Jail.
Yeah. Good.
I
Good.
got
Good. That's
videos.
good.
I wanted to be there.
Did it
And
feel good?
Julie,
Did it feel good when you saw Donald Trump get booked and put in at the jail? Did it make you feel a little good? Be honest.
yeah, it did, but I also, excuse me, wanted to spit in his face if I could got close to him.
Wow.
And
Wow. Look
it's
at
just sad.
it. It is sad. It's so sad how Donald Trump has divided this nation, and he continues to tear families apart in ways like you can't imagine. But listen, Shannon, you have a powerful story, and I'm going to have to unpack it when we got a lot more time. All right, my good friend? Come on back.
Yes,
all right.
man.
All right. I gave you a follow. Come on back. We need to unpack the harm Donald Trump has caused your family because that's serious business. All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, it is.
let's give the beautiful Shannon, who had the courage to get up here and tell the truth and shame the devil. Let's give her a huge round of applause. No lies detected. All right, now you come on back. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're cruising. We're just cruising. Let's go. Cole, as the days. Good morning. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Wow, what an interesting show, right? We've had a lot of interesting personalities get up here.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah.
I don't know about interesting though. They're quite. The word would be somewhat eclectic. Unusual, and not in a good way.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're struggling to process what's happening right now, which is there's a lot more support for Kamala Harris than there is for Donald Trump. That's what they're struggling to process.
Yes, they are. And what I've seen, just like being out and about in some of the whitest of YT neighborhoods in St. Louis County, I am seeing tons of Harris Waltz yard signs.
Let's go. That's what we want to see. The support, real support.
My sister was actually shopping, and she had a YT lady come up to her and it was like, please tell me that you guys are not voting for Trump because we hear that a lot of black people are voting for Trump. Please don't vote for him. And my sister was like, yeah, I think, what do he call it? That's fake news. There's some that are going, in my opinion, I don't think they're going to vote because half of them can't vote. But
yeah,
she said some of them are going to vote for him, but the majority of black women and the majority of black men are going to vote for Kamala Harris.
Amen.
But yeah, it's really I'm anxious, but it was something that really just kind of grinded my gears a little bit with a couple of people.
Thank you. Yes,
a couple of the people that came up earlier, and they were sitting up. The one guy started to go on a tangent about Dr. Fauci. He said Dr. Fauci basically wouldn't let Trump talk. And it was like, no, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Doris Burke were basically muzzled from letting the American people know what was going on.
DJ Kitty Cat. Yeah.
Trump wanted to be the clown performing, and he wanted the limelight. He knew hundreds of millions of people around the world rely on information coming out of the U.S. government and the CDC and our HHS, which should have been the department that Ben Carson should have been over, Health and Human Services, instead of Hood. But Donald Trump showed him how much he cared about his elite Ivy League education.
Good luck, right? He did that brother dirty. He did Ben Carson dirty.
And then people were like, well, Ben Carson said that he had lived in Section 8 housing. And I said, yeah, well, he was a kid. when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He didn't know how Section 8 operated and how low-income housing operated. He was a kid.
Yeah.
Only thing he probably could have learned was something that his mom or his dad told him about, when he got older. He, maybe saved some of that in his memory bank. But for the most part, this man spent, 12 years going to medical school, specializing in neurosurgery, and became a neurosurgeon.
Exactly.
So, I think he probably would have been the best person to head up the Health and Human Services. But again, like we said,
Trump don't care.
That or either the Surgeon General. But of course, Trump put him in his place and let him know exactly, what he thought about him.
Exactly.
He knew all these people would be watching, he knew that all these people would be watching TV all around the world, which was the biggest stage. In his mind, Donald Trump thought that he was back in the NBC studios at The Apprentice. Because everybody was watching, and that's the reason why he did more press conferences than any president during any time of suffrage in this country. He was on TV almost every single day.
Amen. Preach.
And we didn't want to see him, but the one thing that he did, and what these people need to understand is Donald Trump first signed a trade agreement with Xi in China. 2, he pulled out the scientists from the Wuhan labs. Then he willingly lied to the American people after he disbanded the pandemic response and the playbook.
Thank God. Thank you. Thank you. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Now listen, cold as the days. I got to move it on, all right? Because I'm trying to get as many as I can in. But listen, as always, I appreciate you coming up here and cooking these demons, all right?
All right.
You do it just as good as me, if not better, all right? I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Cold as the Days a round of applause. No lies detected. Sully, I seen somebody out there. Hold on, I want to address this demon real quickly, ladies and gentlemen. I see a demon out there. Let's see if I can get this demon to come up here and confess the truth for a quick second. All right, we don't got all day to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I know. This show should go a lot longer, but we can't always go. We always can't go too long. Hold on. Where did I see this demon at? All right. Oh yeah, there you go, right there. Let's see. There you go. I found you. Creation. Come on in the box. Creation. Come up in the box real quick and talk to Big Zeus. Come on in the box, Creation. Come talk to Big Zeus. This is where I specialize at. All right. Come on in the box. Oh Lord, that photo looks more dangerous than I thought. Listen,
bro, shut your ass up, bro. Hey, you so fucking weird, bro. Why the fuck are you voting for Kamala?
All right, now watch your mouth, all right? Act like you got some home training about yourself, all right? We on the internet. You know what the internet is?
Bro. You sitting here talking shit about my picture. What the fuck is up, bro?
Well, it just popped out at me. It just popped out. Now, come on. Now, I don't know you. You don't know me. Come on, now. Let's get down to business.
Glasses on your face.
Fine. You got me, Reggie. You got me, Reggie. Come on, now. What else? Why are you supporting Donald Trump?
Now, what did you vote for Kamala Harris for?
Well, have you checked out her opportunity economy at all? Do you see some of the perks?
She's been in politics for 4 years, my brother.
Okay,
she's been in politics for 4 years. She's the VP.
Well, she's been in politics a lot longer than that.
If she was gonna make policies better, brother, she would have did that already. As the vice president, she sits down with the president.
Okay, can I ask another question then? Do you think Donald Trump had 4 years to do it? Because he was the actual president at one point. Kamala's never been president.
Was our economy failing?
Yeah.
Do his 4 years? Was our economy failing?
You must have just got here.
No, it was not.
You must have just got here.
Not.
I just went over this with another
here,
supporter. How long you been watching this show?
Bro, I have not seen your show. I just
that's what I'm saying. We already covered 4 years ago that we were in a pandemic and the people in this country were suffering.
Bro, I'm a truck driver, man. We were not in a pandemic. We were doing good for those 4 years, and he was still working on stuff.
Okay, I listen. What else can I say to you when you don't even want to dwell in reality?
Kamala go on her interviews, brother?
Can you say Kamala?
Have you been watching Kamala go on her interviews?
Have you been watching Donald Trump?
I've been watching both of them.
Okay, which one do you think is out of their mind?
So why isn't every time the
Jesus.
journalist or the reporter answers a question, she doesn't say right off what it needs to be. She always pedals around it.
Okay, she's disciplined. Easy.
She's what?
That's an easy answer. She's disciplined. So if you've listened to Kamala speak before, she said to you,
she's
on
disciplined.
Discipline. You understand what that is? That means she knows the power of her words. Yeah, well, yeah, it is, and you got a lot of noise. You got a lot of noise in the background. What's going on in the background, sir? What's going on in the background? What's going on in the background?
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ. I mean, listen, bro. I can't get jiggy with this. I can't get jiggy with this. All right, I can't get jiggy with this, bro. But listen, you got a lot of noise going on and all this other stuff. But I encourage you. The reason that she's disciplined with her words is because she's said from the very beginning, as a prosecutor, all right, as an attorney general, she knew the power of her words could change markets, all right? It could do a lot of harm to people in vulnerable communities, the words she said. So when she speaks, all right, she's very conscious of what needs to be said and how it comes out. So that's why she doesn't just randomly say, ridiculous things like this.
Insane asylums. They go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
Right.
Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
We can't have her running around here talking about Hannibal Lecter. We can't have her doing this.
You don't mind if I go off teleprompter for a second, do you?
We don't want Kamala doing this.
Because of MIT, my relationship
we don't want her
to
doing
MIT,
this.
Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight?
Right.
You're in the boat.
Right, now I know where you're from. That all makes perfect sense, brother. All right, I get it. But most folks that got a little understanding about themselves, they want somebody that's actually making coherent points when they speak. I hope I've answered your question. And I want you to go practice something. Do the math. 2024 minus 4 years, it would place you back in 2020, whether you like it or not. And I promise you, in 2020 at around this time, we were going through a pandemic. I can bet you $1,000, $10,000. We were going through a pandemic. All right. Now, I don't know if you've learned that in school or not, but if you need me to help you, do the math, add the 1, carry the 2 and stuff like that, just send me a guest request. All right. I mean, and bring that consultation fee and I'll help you right out. I promise you. I will. All right. Let's see. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? I got to get to my good friend Shay. I don't normally get to talk to you. I know you got a busy week. Shay, good morning. How are you doing?
Hey. Good. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. I'm all right.
Man, I tell you got some interesting people from
Yeah,
the dumber
yeah.
to the dumber. I don't know what the hell is going on. MAGA, you are not sending your best. Have you gone out to the pool of Blaga and found the most ignorant people to send over here to just basically get on Zeus? I feel like there's like this recruitment going on with the MAGA side. They're like, hey, brother, you're black.
Oh.
You support Trump. Go over to Zeus.
Oh.
Go over to Zeus. Y'all feel that way, chat? Do y'all feel that way?
Word around. So it's some word around town stuff going on.
Oh, 100%.
I could go on the Zeus's platform and tear my drawers and show my rear end.
Exactly. I honestly think there's something going on here.
Yeah. They're embarrassing themselves. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's really sad. And that's the thing is they'll sit there and go Democrat plantation. At the meantime, they don't understand they're being used. They don't understand that there's absolutely some concerted effort on this app to find them and say, hey, go over to Zeus and let's see what we can do to make him look like this and to show that black men support Trump,
Oh.
They found about, 15 of them, and now they're coming into your lives all of a sudden?
Well, they should be learning. They should be learning something as a result of interacting with somebody like me or even folks like you. They should really be learning something. I hope that's what they're doing.
Well, I don't know. They seem a little lost to me, my friend.
Wow.
I don't think there's, listen, like I said, I don't think you're teaching anybody that you're talking to, but the point of what you're doing is to the almost 2,000 that come in here daily now. They're listening.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is important. I'm not saying that because you are, and I guarantee you're opening up your minds and hearts. And
I'm reaching them. I know I'm reaching them, and I know how they learn, right? Because you got to understand, Shay, when we were in school together with these kind of people, right? They get Fs, and I had to continue to go and proceed, right? Then you look back 2 years later, and then they got out of the third grade. Now they're in the fourth grade. So it makes sense. They just take a little, and they look up and they go, "Oh, well, if he could do it, I sure as hell can do it." So that's what this is all about.
100%. They're trying to steal some of your people. They're like, "Oh, let me get on that big platform and call him out and act like, make it look like black men are really voting for Trump. Let's do all this." It's all a charade, guys. Just like the McDonald's thing. He closed the McDonald's. He didn't show up at a McDonald's that was operating.
Wow.
He closed down the McDonald's. He put on an apron. He shook some fries and shook some hands. Those were all, it was completely staged. And on right side Twitter, and they're just like, he's a man of the people. Why didn't he do this in 2016 and in 2020? If he's such a man of the people, why is he doing this now? This is his third election.
Wow.
He's never done any of this. He's never been in line to feed the homeless. He's never gone out and campaigned in rural areas. He's never shown up for the people of America. He's never done that. He's always on a stage. He's always got his billionaire friends. He's always got this. And all of a sudden, because Kamala Harris said she worked at McDonald's when she was a teenager 40 years ago, and McDonald's is his favorite fast chain restaurant, he somehow got offended and butthurt about it. And then they decided to stage this ridiculous thing like he worked at McDonald's. He did not get paid. Therefore, he did not work at McDonald's.
Thank you.
I mean, what did he make? $7?
Wow. Well, he said whatever he made, he donated it because he was giving the food away. And he said that they're going to charge Trump for the food.
Good luck getting that bill paid.
Yeah.
Just like when they stranded everybody in California, right?
Yeah.
Didn't send the buses back because he wasn't paying for that in Omaha, Nebraska. You've got to be kidding. You guys are falling for this shenanigans. And by the way, I'm going to end with this because I know you got to go. Kamala Harris does talk about her faith, her Christian faith. The fact that y'all don't know that she has talked about this numerous times means you don't listen to her at all. She was on The View, and they asked her point blank, when you got the news, when Joe Biden called you, she talked about the day. She had just gotten off the treadmill. She just fed her little baby nieces some pancakes and bacon.
Let's go.
And she talked to Joe, and she said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yes." And she said, and they said, "Well, what did you do?" She said, "Well, I called my pastor. It's the first phone call I made."
Wow.
That was on The View. So you guys aren't listening to her. She called her pastor. She said the same pastor out in San Francisco, where she lived for many years, right, and operated out of. That's who she called for spiritual advice because she understood what that meant for her now and the burden that she was going to carry and the honor that she was going to carry.
Amen.
She talks about her Christian faith, guys. But the fact that y'all don't know this about her means you're not listening to her. You're not even trying to get to know this woman.
Right. They're just so busy trying to cast stones at her for some strange reason. They make up everything nasty about Kamala Harris. They call her out on everything. But Donald Trump can do no wrong in their eyes, even though he's the nastiest person we've ever seen.
Exactly. They talk about the fact her husband's Jewish, but she's Christian. They talk about she's talked about this so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, get a clue. You're in a cult. You're fed all this misinformation, ridiculousness, and when you guys lose, you're going to sit here and go, "But they said we're winning." Yeah, I know they're lying to you because they're setting it up that you think he's going to win so much, and when he loses by a lot, you guys are going to think it's rigged. They're setting you up already. You already believe in this.
Wow.
Anyway,
Tell them, Shay.
I love you, man.
All right, I love you too,
You guys
ladies
have
and
a wonderful day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my goodness. Who do we got next? All righty then, all right. Go ahead, Jess. Hold on, Jess. I'm going to turn the air on. Go for it.
All right. Good morning, everybody. So first thing for business, I have to give someone a small shout out before before we get down to business. Happy birthday, Rio. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. And I'm going to tell this to Zeusy whenever he comes back too. And hopefully we can get you up here. I don't know what exactly he has going on. But have you guys heard about Elon Musk paying people to register to vote and paying people to vote and giving away $1 million every day until the election? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
What is this?
Oh, it's Rio's birthday, and I wanted to give her a quick shout out, and I wanted to talk about Elon Musk.
Rio, happy birthday!
And so,
where's Rio?
I'm not sure. Rio, are you still here? You still here? So Elon Musk also, while she is down in the comments while we get her, but Elon Musk is paying people to register to vote, to sign the America PAC, which he has dumped $27 million into, if I'm not mistaken. And then, so we all know it's a crime, right? This is a crime.
Yeah.
And Josh Shapiro actually pointed it out at a Saturday rally, saying that federal enforcement or law enforcement should be looking into this, which is great. It very well should be, because incentivizing these things or rewarding people to cast a vote or register to vote a specific way, whether it's monetary, you're giving them liquor, you're going to give them a fucking pie, or lotteries, it's illegal. It's illegal.
Tell him, Jess. Well.
And Elon Musk wants to talk about how this will be the last meaningful election. The last meaningful election, and he wants to talk about the machine, right? But this man is worth $247 billion.
Wow. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who follow Elon can relate to him.
Yeah, right? He's so relatable. The man doesn't see his children, said that his trans daughter is unalived, but he's so relatable.
Wow. Well, listen, Jess, thank you. I have to wrap it up. I got to get up out of here.
All right. Have a great day. Happy birthday, Rio.
Happy birthday, Rio. We got to celebrate it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Jess. All right, I know I got to hear from Cece real quick. Cece, go ahead and wrap us up, please, if you don't mind.
What you think, my bud? What you think?
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Cece, please. Whose picture is that?
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
Who's? I don't even want to say. I don't even want to give it any validation. But Cece, please find a better profile picture. All right, because that one is.
I did it.
You got the dogs upset. The dogs are upset too, Cece. Please, Cece. Oh Lord. Wow, Cece. This is.
Zeus, I had to.
I don't like Trump supporters looking like that at me. All right, please.
Just turn to the side. Just close your eyes.
Lord
You're
have
so
mercy.
handsome. You're so handsome.
Lord
So
have
you
mercy.
can close your. Hey, look. You
Wow.
you are. you. I can't with you. You are now
Cece,
triple.
Cece, I can't.
Stop.
Cece.
Wait.
Cece.
Wait. You're now triple.
I got. Cece. Listen.
You're the magical MAGA.
Cece. Cece. I'm gonna. Cece, is it all right if we? I gotta go. Okay, Cece. You. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's. You know what, Cece? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I got it. Sorry, Cece. I love you dearly, but I'm about to lose it over here too. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible show! Let's give Cece a round of applause. Wow. That's a great way to wrap this show up, right? All right. On a side note, well, listen, Shay, you said that's not her. Good. All right, Shay, I guess that's not her, but I heard it is. So I don't know. I don't know. But listen, I got to get up out of here. What an incredible show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming on and, really just being a part of this show. It's exciting, educational, and entertaining. Seriously. Thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. We also got to give one last round of booze and shame. This goes out to all the Zeus haters, all right? Not just my haters. These are also your haters. They get on TikTok and promote misinformation and disinformation, all right? On behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin, they promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, hatred, and just all kinds of nastiness and corruption on behalf of Donald J. Trump, their orange cult leader. Trust me when I tell you this, folks. These folks are the worst and the scum of the earth. Let's give them our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA Daily.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. And on that note, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. I'll be back tomorrow, same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all made me work too long today, seriously. Well, I did go down. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I love you any less. I'll see you tomorrow. Straight back, same time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. I'll be back. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, Lady Rima. Hey. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, turn up. You know what we came to do. Get out there and vote, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for Kamala Harris. Actually, vote blue. Let's go. You want me to connect the dots? All right, should I connect the dots? You gotta connect the dots. If you can't connect the dots, then you're in big trouble, right? Let's go, let's go, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that. Kamala is on right now. Rio, there you are. We'll celebrate it tomorrow, Rio. Hey! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Don't the Democrats know how to party, ladies and gentlemen? You know what they do on the other side? They cry. Wednesday. All right, Rio, we got you on Wednesday. Come on up. We'll celebrate your birthday. We got 15 days to get this thing put in the history books, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah. Creative Inc. Thank you, champ. Mount Negro. Kamala is Mamala. Let's go. To you brothers and sisters out there that are endorsing Donald Trump, knock it off. You're embarrassing yourself. Let's go, let's go.
Insane asylums. You don't mind if I go. Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
Right.
Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
Why?
He must be cognitively in trouble. No, these are real stories.
These are.
Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lamb. He's a lovely man. He wants to have you for dinner. He'd like to have you for dinner.
You. All right, let's get up out of here, all right?
Anyone who has called for, I quote, termination
Tara, thank you.
of the Constitution of the United States, as Donald Trump has, must never again
That's right.
stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
The way she says that, though, that gets me going. I'm going to be honest
Never
with you.
again.
It's actually kind of, if you're into it, kind of hot, right? It is hot. The way she said that, right? I know I wasn't the only one that thought that. Woo! But see, I know a lot of these brothers out there, they don't like that, all right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there in these TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't.